Me again. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Actually, no, I'm going to turn up the volume on this. I now really, really hate chain straps for sporrans. I really do. Um, a customer came to me with a sporran that he bought from a respected supplier, whom I will not name, but I will have a private word with. And the sporran was magnificent, as it always is, but the chain was, shall we say, did not meet expectations. We'll start with details. You'll see the clip that joins to the short, whatever you want to call it, that hides behind the back, on the loop of the sporran itself. This is substandard. This is the sort of thing. This isn't jewelry quality. This is the sort of thing I would expect to see on a concert pass, or yeah, this is a throwaway. This is terrible. The chain isn't particularly rough, but it's the rest of it. I mean, the buckle again is not what I consider money well spent. And the part that drove me absolutely wild, I lost it unfortunately. There's usually a little loop, as we see right here with this one. This one's sewn together. I call that the industry standard. That's the gold standard. The loop that was on this sporran, unfortunately, it was lost because, frankly, when the customer picked it up out of the box, it fell apart in his hands. And that's because it was stapled together. Now, this thing has two staples, but I can lift the end with my thumbnail. It's rubbish. It really is. There it is. Yeah, look at that. And I don't have particularly strong nails. They're breaking and splitting all the time. And with my feeble nails, I'm able to unpick that with my fingers. That's rubbish. The moment I saw that, I said, no, wait, I'm going to cut you a new strap and we're going to move forward. So that being said, yeah, so that, frankly, I'd say to everybody, public service announcement, if you're ordering a sporran if you're not able to actually go into the brick and mortar place and see what you're looking at before you plunk your money down, be warned that you may be disappointed by the chain strap. And frankly, I would consider it a good idea just to say, I don't want a chain strap. Please give me a leather strap. Because even with the good ones, and this is one that I'd been using for years, because this was a hand-me-down from an old soldier that I knew in my youth. And I believe it's an officer's sporran strap from the Gordon Highlanders, because I see in photographs of older photographs, I'm not sure how long they persisted with this, but World War II and prior photographs, we see this detail of a chain beautifully made with, frankly, a much more suitable snap. It's much more finely made. There's no rough edges. This is cheap. This is not cheap. This took effort and money to produce. This, of course, is yet another stapled throwaway, so we're not going to mention that. But I've been using this for years because it's a memento of somebody I respected and still do respect. But I noticed one day that parts of the chain were shinier than others. They've gotten tarnished again now, because I'll finish the story and you'll know why. That I noticed that the chain was unevenly, it was bright on one side and not the other. And then it occurred to me it's because when I wear the kilt, the chain rubbing against the cloth was burnishing the brass. Fair enough, you say, because I wouldn't want, my life's too short to spend meticulously polishing brass links like that. So it occurred to me, well, where's that brass tarnish? Where's that copper oxide going? It's going into the kilt. So, I mean, sure, copper oxide's a wonderful preservative, but I don't want a green stripe on my kilts. So I've laid this aside. I'm not going to throw it away. It's still a memento of Pipe Major Essen, but I don't think I'm going to wear that often anymore. And again, as I've said earlier, these things, in the worst case, they will actually act like a chainsaw and cut through your cloth. I've seen strips of fuzz on kilts from that. So there's my rant finished. Leather strap, good. Chain strap, bad. Carry on.